This is the plaintiff, Thomas Robles. He says he brought his daughter's Vizio tablet to the defendant's computer store for repair. And when his wife went to pick it up, the screen was cracked. When his wife inquired about the broken screen, she was told that's how she brought it in. That is an outrage. And he's suing the swindler for $300, the cost of a new tablet. This is the defendant, Norin Tejeda. He says the crack was indeed on the tablet when the plaintiff dropped it off, and he doesn't know what the guy's trying to pull, but he's not about to pay for damage he didn't cause. He likes his customers to be happy because they bring in more customers, but he's not about to be ripped off by anyone and owes nothing. He's accused of cracking up a customer.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff brought his daughter's Vizio tablet to the defendant's computer store, and the guy cracked the screen, but the defendant says the crack was already there. It's the case of what's cracking.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Tomas Robles?
Yes.
You are suing Orion Electronics New York City Corporation, represented here by Norin Tejeda?
Yes.
Okay, you're the owner?
Yes.
For $300, the cost of a new tablet, because according to you, they broke or cracked your tablet.
Right.
Tell me what happened.
I brought it in on November 3rd. I went in to get the USB port, my daughter's tablet, because it was loose.
Okay, who's the person with you?
My wife, Diane.
Okay.
She was with me, but she stood in the car when I went in. My
Okay.
daughter, her and my daughter stood in the car in front of the store. I went in, took it out the box, let them know.
Is that just the box or the tablet?
Nah, they have
Do
the
you have the
tablet.
tablet? May I see the tablet? Okay, go on.
I took it out the box. I explained to them what I wanted to be fixed.
The USB port
was loose.
Right.
They gave me a receipt.
May I
Yeah.
see the receipt? Wait, that's the inside of the tablet?
Yeah,
Where's the outside of the tablet? That's all I wanted.
it's all together.
Okay.
We bring it open, that way you can see
Okay.
what we're gonna fix and what was the crack.
What you're gonna fix or what you did fix?
Yeah, we fix.
Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of crack. That's not a little crack. This whole thing like that? So what happens? Let me see the receipt. Did anybody note on a receipt for you that it was cracked?
Nope. 'cause
Is there
it wasn't-
handwriting on that receipt or just a register tape?
It says it,
No handwriting.
what was wrong with the tablet when I brought it in.
So
It
it's
won't-
typed in?
Yeah, it won't charge, you see?
Wait a minute, just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody has a chance to type in what's wrong with it. All right, so go on.
And that's what, it wasn't like that. It was just a USB that wouldn't charge. And that's exactly what they put in the ticket.
What's going on?
Okay, yes. Okay, the main problem here, let's start from the beginning. They bring the tablet to the store. I was not in the store. My technician, who is him, and
Come on up.
one of my employees was there.
Was this thing cracked when he gave it to you?
He doesn't speak English, Your Honor.
What
Sorry.
language does he speak?
Spanish.
¿Eso estaba rajado así cuando él se lo entregó?
Sí.
Was this cracked when he brought it? Entonces, ¿por qué usted no lo notó en el recibo? Everybody guess what I just asked.
Okay.
Why didn't you note it on the receipt?
Okay. Yo soy el técnico.
I am the technician.
Ya. O él me lo enseña a mí.
He shows it to me.
Sí, yo le digo, el USB está malo, hay que reemplazarlo.
I tell him the USB is bad and it has to be replaced.
Pero la tablet yo no la veo encendida y mírala cómo está. No te puedo garantizar que te vaya a funcionar. O sea, yo voy a cambiar
I
el
can't
USB.
guarantee it's going to work, blah, 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 blah. Escúcheme la pregunta. Si esto estaba, please listen to my question. Si esto estaba rajado así, ¿cómo es que usted no lo nota en el recibo? If this was cracked like this, I don't know why I'm just looking at you. If this was cracked like this, then why didn't you note it on the receipt? Put your hand down.
Okay.
Baja la mano. Go ahead.
Okay. La que recibió el equipo
The person who received the equipment.
es Mariela. No yo.
Mariela. Was Mariela. ¿Dónde está Mariela? ¿Dónde está Mariela?
Ella estaba enferma de la gripe.
Oh, she's got the flu. What a coinkydink. Okay.
So, who wins this thing? The guy who brings the computer in or the repair shop?
The guy that brings it in.
Why?
Because the guy that was checking it in should have written it down to protect his company.
Written down that there was a crack on it. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Wow. You know what I just realized? You look like Kyle Richards. Do you know who that is?
I don't, but I'm not.
I take it as a compliment. It is a compliment. Going inside the courtroom.
Please tell me
Yes.
how an employee at your place
Yes. Okay.
receives a tablet cracked like this, because I thought when I read this case, it was going to be a tiny little chip. And then I might think to myself, you're just trying to pull one over. You're trying to get a free tablet, aren't ya? You know? Except this is a horrific, total crack.
Yes.
Which means either Mariela didn't note it, which would be bad on Mariela, or he broke it when he opened it, which would be bad on him, not Mariela.
Yes.
So please tell me how it could be what you want me to believe, which is somebody accepts it like this and doesn't note that it's all cracked.
Sure. Okay. It's two options. One, to fix the part, that's why we bring it open. Because to fix the parts, we have to replace, we don't have to touch the screen. Can I walk out?
No, I don't care about the USB part. I care about if you're opening this and it's in your hand, you drop it and that's how it cracked. Just like I could drop it. I don't have to be fiddling with the innards in order to drop the thing and break it. Somebody at your place broke it because it's inexplicable that someone would accept. Who is Mariela to you?
He's one of my employees.
One of your employees. No, I don't think anybody accepts it like this and doesn't note it. So either Mariela's blind, or somebody who was opening this up, or Mariela goes to put it somewhere and she drops it. I don't know who dropped it, but it did not come into your store like this.
Okay, let me explain to you two things. One, is a lot of customer coming in with cracked screens to replace any other part because the tablet was not on. Maybe they have something important on there and they want to save it. So it's not possible for them.
So why didn't you write it down if that happened?
Because
why, you want me to believe that happened? I've got two people telling me that's untrue.
Okay.
You don't know what happened because you weren't there.
Okay.
He doesn't know what happened because Mariela took it. You don't bring me Mariela. Oh, she's got the flu. Okay, so who's going to testify that it came in like this? Who here is going to testify it came in like this?
He's testifying.
Are you saying, usted está diciendo que esto vino así?
Sí.
Usted lo vio que vino así.
5 veces se lo advertí antes de dejarlo.
I told him 5 times how your screen was cracked before you left it. 5 times. You would think that someone who catches a screen cracked and says it 5 times might take a moment to type it into the receipt that the screen is cracked, wouldn't you? But since he said it 5 times, why is he trying to hand Mariela up? If he says it 5 times, why isn't it on the receipt? 5 times. What? Just answer the question I'm asking. Don't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Answer the question. If he says it 5 times, it's so important that he notes it and he sees it and he says, oh my gosh, look how cracked this is. 5 times, then why doesn't he write it in the receipt?
Okay.
No, not you, him.
Because Mariela was who make the receipt. He don't make the receipt. He just check the tablet, let him know what's going on.
Was it cracked when you brought it in?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, come on up, ma'am. When you went to pick it up and you saw it cracked, what'd you do?
I was very upset. I explained to them that the tablet did not go in that way. As a matter of fact, when he went to pick up the tablet, he informed me that the gentleman to the left was holding his hand over where the crack is so that he wouldn't notice it. Once he removed his hand to give him the tablet, he said, wait a second, what happened to the tablet? I don't know, you brought it in that way. So when he called me and he went to pick me up so I can go in, I said, listen, this can't stay this way. I said, you guys broke it, you guys are liable for it. I'm gonna call the cops. I called the cops because they said it was a civil matter. They said to take it to court and report it to the BBB. But I told them, if that was my point, if the tablet was this way when I brought it in, how come it's not noted on the receipt? I also stated, if he can show me the surveillance video where he's telling me, look, this is cracked. I'm gonna fix it for you, but this is—
Yeah, where's the surveillance video? You have surveillance video.
Yeah.
Where's the surveillance video that shows this gentleman saying 5 times your screen is cracked? The guy who doesn't speak English. By the way, do you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Where's your surveillance video? That'll solve the whole case.
Perfect. But we don't bring it in because it's not audio on the video. So
Really?
it's not possible.
Why don't you let me be the judge of what I can tell from the video? You know why you didn't bring it in? Because it didn't happen. Verdict for the plaintiff, $300.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. That was easy.
Well, the defendant comes out here. He just bought himself a new cracked tablet. What's your reaction to the verdict here?
I'm not happy because I know the tablet was that was cracked because my technician, it doesn't lie to me. He have a lot of years working with me, and I know he doesn't lie. So it's not. I don't have no reason for lying.
Why didn't Mariela write it on the receipt? Cracked
because
glass.
If we have the receipt here,
hurry up.
Your tablet was
You
off.
could just write it.
Was off. We cannot check for working parts.
Working parts. This is just something you see with your ojos. It's right there. You just write it down.
I know that was a
Next time?
Yep.
You learned your lesson, right?
Yep.
Next time, what are you going to do?
Next time we have to write it down.
Okay. All right, right this way. Okay, so step on in here, and how do you feel coming out of the courtroom
Good, great.
after this?
I feel great. The judge was fair. She made a good decision, and I'm happy. I'm happy with the decision.
Mm-hmm. You said they actually tried to hide the thing when they handed it to
When
you?
he picked it up, he was covering it this way so that he wouldn't notice that it was cracked. But my point was, I said, listen, to make everybody's life easier so you can go your way and I can go mine, show me the surveillance video where you're explaining to him that it was already cracked when he brought it in. It has no audio.
Has no audio.
It has no audio,
All
so
right.
he couldn't do
All
that.
right, so congratulations. Harvey?
Thank you.
So if you work in a business that takes in repair items, you got to write the defects on the receipt or else you're in big trouble. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.